Hi. Hello. It's been a minute.
Hi.
Jeez. It's so rare to hear all these. I'm so confused. Part of me is confused. Hi. I'm just adjusting my level. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. I got to figure out my volume. Ba, 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 ba. Cool. It was more like my voice and what I hear in general. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, that's, I'm going crazy because I can hear myself. Which I always do. But there's like just the right level of it to not be thrown off.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, fuck. I forgot to write. No resub.
You a genius.
Hold on.
I appreciate you. You loyal.
Don't resub. That's, yeah, like that. But Hannah, thank you for resubbing. I added it to my title now. No resubbing. Okay, let me start a little Tiki live too. Fuck. Time to get thrown off, right? I gotta try music. Because I don't think I'm sending music to TikTok. Damn it. I have to fix that first. Huh? I am. Okay. Fuck it. Let's go live on TikTok. What the fuck? They changed a lot of things. Chat. Boom. It's been a minute. Okay, I'm reading everything now. I am good. We're live on TikTok. I think good. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Well, hey, can't stay for this one. That's okay. It's not like anyone expected me to go live / well, I guess I knew I was going to go live. I've known for a few days. Because I knew Reina was working today. So, because that's honestly one of the biggest reasons why I haven't been going live on Saturdays. It's just because she's been off during the day. And so we've been just like doing shit. But now she's working. So I'm like, yeah, I can stream. But hi, welcome. I use my Prime and don't sub to anyone else. Okay. And also Prime is free, so I will definitely take it. Oh yeah, why am I getting like smaller notifications here? Not the notifications, but no, I guess it's better. I'm just confused. It's been long enough. How's everyone been though? How's my summer going? It's been a little rough. It's been
You smart.
a little, but it's a good summer. It's a good summer. It's been a little rough on like a personal level of just trying to adjust to life. Not adjust. I don't know. I got a little lost. We can talk about it for sure.
You loyal.
Erica, thank you for using your Prime as well. Prime is okay. The rest, don't resub. If it's a free thing, yes, do it. That's fine. If it ain't, don't waste your time. Well, not time, I guess, but hi. Tell your girlfriend hi. Well, I'll tell her when she's back. It's like, I felt like more like, yeah, for a little bit, I just kind of lost purpose. It's been like a deep little adventure there. I not much made sense other than like a few things. And so I've been struggling a lot with that, but I've been like on a up and up. I'm journaling a lot. In fact, I'm actually going to make a video for TikTok with, is the music too loud or no? Because it still dips when I talk, right? Hello. Oh no, that's okay. There's nothing to be sorry about. That's life. How lucky I am that my struggle in life is just myself, you know? Like I'm so aware that I'm lucky everywhere else. Yeah, it does dip. Yeah. It was more like the level of it. I'm trying to gauge my own volume. So one of the things that happened, and I was in such a weird space that I never shared about it. I literally built like an upgraded version of my computer. Like I upgraded it to the max where I lost everything from the original. Well, not everything, but I lost a lot from the original. And so a lot of my settings are a little different because I haven't streamed since rebuilding it. I was going to make like a whole video being like, oh, or a story being like, whoa, look at the cool computer I built, blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, it's the same computer. I just changed parts. And now it's like on steroids. Hey, follow you now. Toja, welcome. Or is it Toha? I don't know, but welcome. Thanks for the follow. Take care of your mental health. I'm always doing that. Yes. Seb, hi. How's your Quinn doing? My Quinn is doing good. If you're on Twitch and you can't see what I'm replying to, there's TikTok comments here because I'm live on TikTok too. And if you're on TikTok, there should be, I think, like a chat right here on my face. And that's the Twitch chat. There you go. If anyone's confused about who I'm talking to, now you know. How many parts can you change before it becomes a new computer? I know, right? It's the... Who is it? Is it Prometheus? It's one of the Greeks, right? The boat. I feel like it starts with a P. The name. But the question of the boat, right? It's like if you change every part of a boat one piece at a time, at what point is it no longer the original boat? Hello. Hi.
Good morning.
There's a great way to look at it. I just completely understand how hard being lost can be sometimes. Yeah. That was the case for me at the beginning of the year, so kind of recently, and it was difficult. Yeah, it's been like... Do you still sell merch? I do sell merch still, although like I will eventually design... Theseus, yes! So no P's. But Theseus. Yeah, the story about Theseus's boat. How many parts can you change one at a time until it is no longer the original boat? It kind of is, in a way. I still have some original parts from the first...
You a genius.
Yes. My hard drives.
I appreciate you.
Laura, you didn't have to use...
Loyal.
I've been sick. Yes, it's
Hi.
been a minute. Hi. Oh, that was the sweetest hi. I miss Brian's voice. My goodness. But don't resub. Because honestly, this is a random one. And I don't know when the next one is, you know? Like, this is my off season. Everyone kind of figured that part out. Wait, I feel like I was saying something, though. That was the case for me at the beginning of the year. Oh, yeah. I was saying, like... Some of the stuff that I got lost with or felt lost with was more on I've had such a weird adventure with accepting my ADHD / my level of performance with it. Because for the longest time, like for 4 or 5 months, my meds weren't working and I was like all over the place. And then during that time, I learned to accept my lower performance, let's say. Like I learned to be okay with less. And then now I'm at a state where I have medication that works. But my brain has been still at that level of like lower performance because I learned to accept it. And it's been this weird now reverse thing where I'm like, I want to perform more, but the only way I got to perform so much in the first place and then I dropped it was because it was super toxic when I started. A lot of you will remember how toxic it was when I started like just content creation. And I say toxic, like I was working every waking moment, right? I was like, oh, let me do this here and let me do that here, and like kind of no life. I gotta adjust the volume. The music's a bit loud for me, and it won't change for you. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Okay, where am I? Remember our Fall Guys days? I know. Oh my God, Fall Guys. Shit. I know what you're talking about, but forget that. Okay, wait. Theseus, we appreciate streams no matter what. Yeah, I'm stoked that like I can just go live like today. CR Wolf, welcome. Also, am I missing something on TikTok? I went through the worst time of my life a few months ago. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. You talking to imaginary friends? Yes, I am. Someone doxed me, and there was people stopping by my house. Fuck. I'm really glad that even if I do get doxed, I live in a building where you can't access my place either way. Like it's super secure and shit. There's like, I don't have access to any of the other floors. Like, yeah. So, I mean, I still never want to get doxxed, and I feel like it sucks for anyone that does get doxxed. I feel the struggle so hard. I've definitely experienced some skill regression. I know, right? After getting on meds and doing my master's while experiencing that has maybe getting stuff done such a frustrating mess. I'm glad you're learning how to accept all levels. Yes. So, well, that's the thing. I've learned how to accept all levels, and then I got mad because where it then started to flip up on myself was I learned to accept lower performance when meds weren't working. And then take away the meds not working, and I was right back to being mad at myself for lower performance. So I didn't really learn to accept lower performance within myself. There was a reason for it. Take away the reason, and then I was mad. Then I was right back to this anger. And I mean, I want to make a video about it, and that's what I'm gonna make, but I still want to say here because we're on the subject. My therapist this week hit me with this. Oh, my nose is itchy. Sorry. My therapist this week hit me with this. She said, "You're a horrible parent to the child inside of you." And I froze because first I don't want a kid, so I was like, "What the fuck do you mean, horrible parent?" But then she said, "The way you treat yourself is Like, because so much of, and that's like me kind of connecting dots as well. So much of my current life is because of my childhood, right? Like so much of the issues I deal with, the trauma I'm trying to heal, the feelings I have, the way I interact with the world, all that comes from young me, like from my child self, right? And the thing is, every day, even though you're a grown up, how you treat yourself is actually treating your inner child, because you are actively treating your inner child. If I'm so hard on myself, which I clearly am, if I'm so hard on myself, I'm treating that kid the same way that kid was actually treated. I'm treating my inner child the exact same way my stepdad treated me and taught me, and this super like toxic and painful, like you should know better type thing, because I've been expecting that from myself, my adult self. But when my therapist said that, it kind of like opened something, because then it changes how you have expectations of yourself. Fuck this song. It changes how you have like those expectations of yourself, because now if I look at the whole thing, I go, like, instead of being mad, saying you should know better, you should do better, you should perform, blah, 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 now I just think, how do I convince younger me to be okay, to be happy with doing this, to be like at the right place that he wants to, you know? Because that's the thing, when you do like inner child work, when you're like, if I set up a 30-minute whatever, not a period of time, but if I sit down and I go, cool, I'm gonna do inner child work, then it's obviously easy to show my inner child kindness, right? To be like, of course I want to treat this kid good. But then it's your everyday life where you end up treating that inner child, because everyday life, the way you treat yourself is treating that inner child inside of you. And now it's kind of flipping my perspective a bit. So that's why I feel like I'm on the up and up this week. This literally happened to me on Wednesday, like in therapy. And I've been wanting to make the video since. Okay, let me catch up on comments, because I kind of went off for a bit. You literally have no life, but it was also locked down. Yeah. Love the random off-season streams. Yeah. How you been? I've been all right, though. Still here from Kitten? No. I feel like I struggle so hard. Wait, I read that. Ouch, that hits right in the heart. I'm going to take that. I mean, no harm by this at all. But have you heard about the theories that ADHD is actually not a deficit? It is. They're saying that your brain actually functions normally, since our brains were designed to multitask and process. Well, because here's the thing. It's not a... The deficit doesn't mean less. They're not saying there's less of function. If anything, the ADHD brain overfunctions. Someone gave a really good perspective. I'm reading, actually, I'm on this new ADHD book called Your Brain's Not Broken. Not sponsored. I'm just reading it. And one of the points that's mentioned already, like right in the beginning, is ADHD is not so much a lack of functioning of the brain. It's actually an overfunctioning of the brain, right? In the same way that you, a neurotypical person, I don't know, or you might be neurodivergent or neurotypical. A neurotypical person observes the space around them, and their brain knows what information to retain, to keep, to focus on, and the rest gets ignored right away. Their brain isn't even aware of that. Whereas ADHD, that's exactly what it is. We do the exact same level of scanning, except our brain doesn't fucking know what to not scan. Like, the brain doesn't know what to ignore. And so when I'm in a room, I'm aware of everything. When I'm outside, I'm aware of everything. I'm like, there's a bird there. These three people were having this conversation about this. That person behind us is listening to this song. Like, I'm so overly aware of everything around. But that's what ADHD is. So it's not so much that it's like a different level of functioning, because that's not that. It definitely functions. But there is like, I think it's an executive dysfunction a lot. Have you heard of the rescue of your inner child therapy? I don't think so. Okay, hold on. I'm really trying to catch up on chat. Of course, I'm rusty as shit on reading, so y'all take it easy on me. Love a 4 a.m. therapy session. I know, Tony, I wasn't expecting you to show up, because I was like, oh, I don't know if you'll be awake. Oh, I just realized I don't have my pronouns. Damn it. Oh, I got to reset that on this new computer, I guess. Love your content on all platforms. Thanks. How's a similar perspective has presented me for me is framed and as having grace and kindness for my inner child, inner teenager, and current self, and seeing the links. Yes. Something to think about. Child me needs more than what I'm giving. Hello, yo. This summer's been hard. My dog had the mouse removed and tested positive for cancer. Well, I'm glad that you got it removed and that went all well, right? I hope you all have a great summer. Hell yeah. That makes so much sense. Any interesting reads? Well, I'm currently reading Your Brain's Not Broken. That's a really interesting read. I finished The Gift of Fear Oh my fucking God, read this, please. Gift of Fear has some heavy in it, but it is so amazing, and it changes so much in like opening perspective, in analyzing the world around you and the things around you and the things you go through. About like a lot of it is about danger, but like there's danger from others, there's a lot of things, but ultimately it's a book about like intuition and the feelings you have and kind of listening to your brain and body instead of ignoring it. The Gift of Fear, like fear brings to you a lot of information that we a lot of the time shut away. Ironically though, we will build fear ourselves in the other direction, because we're really good at gaslighting ourselves. Ow, fuck, I smacked my headphone. Mine said, would you be friends with someone who talks to you the way you talk to yourself? Yeah. Have you heard any interest? Read that? Gift of Fear? Yeah, that's really good. Close your eyes, walk into your child home, live with yourself. Oh yeah, I literally had a conversation about that type of thing. The rescue your inner child, like last week. No, this week, because it's Saturday. Literally this week. I think on Thursday or Wednesday. With Reina. Taking so much input and details that we can't filter it. And this leads to issues regarding attention because we can't physically process it. In working memory, all the information. Exactly, yeah. There's that. There's like, it explains so much. And that's why even like an environment where nothing happens is not good for us. I'm fidgeting, by the way. This is what this is. If anyone knows me, I don't vape pen. This is not what it is. It's a fidget. I don't smoke, so I would never. But it's like a little fidget thing. So if you see me doing this, it's been like a nice little comfort. I like it. Anyway, I was just explaining. But yeah, a space where nothing happens still doesn't help. I want to try sensory deprivation tank, and I'm both excited and terrified at the idea, because I don't know how nuts my brain's gonna go in there. I like the idea of that piece because I so badly want to deprivate, pretty much limit all my senses and see how restful it can get. But I'm also really afraid of how insane my brain's gonna go, like just how fast the wheel's gonna spin. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I am 28 years old. Oh no, yeah, how do you know that? Jesus, it's ONO, yeah. Nice. Not sponsored either. I got that on Amazon, and honestly worth the purchase. I've been loving it. Read The Gift of Fear on your recommendation. Definitely a great thinking read. Nice. I'm so glad you read it. That's awesome. Reading a book right now called Complex PTSD. Whoa, yeah. If you like reading about PTSD and trauma, read up also on The Body Keeps the Score. That's another one of my highly recommended reads. Really good at gaslighting ourselves. That is so accurate. I don't think I ever thought about it as gaslighting myself. Oh, yeah, we gaslight ourselves all the fucking time. Like literally, you will gaslight yourself the way you will never accept to be gaslit by anyone else. Which goes back to someone else saying, would you be friends with someone who talks to you the same way you talk to you? But it's literally that. Like, even if you're someone that's not a gaslighter in life, I don't know if we all kind of gaslight to some degree. I feel like that's maybe a good question to ask. But in either case, we definitely gaslight the fuck out of ourselves. That's loud. Is it? It's just my headphones.
Woohoo.
Mr. Land, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh my gosh. It's been so long since I've heard these alerts. Okay, my therapist recommended A Gift of Fear and The Body Keeps the Score. There you go. Close your eyes. Oh, wait, I read that. Okay, if I've missed any of your messages, by the way, on any chat, whether it's on TikTok or on Twitch, by all means, resend it. I'm trying to keep up. I'm currently pretty horrible. Annie, thanks for using Prime. That's the only accepted resubs.
You a genius.
Eddie, thank you for using your Prime on me for 35 months. Damn, that's a long time.
You loyal.
That's
such a rebel.
That's the okay one, because it's free. Well, technically. Hey guys. Oh, that was the hello, hi. Could you turn the music down? Is it? Oh, right, because I gotta figure out how to do that for. Give me a second, TikTok live. I will fix the music. I know what it is because I have that setting here on my Twitch stream, but I do not have that setting. Here, I dropped it to 60%. You might want to confirm if you can still hear it. Because I have a thing. I have what we call ducking over on Twitch, but I forget that I don't have that on TikTok when I have both the music and the me talking. On Twitch, I have a thing called ducking, which is when I talk, the audio drops. So if you go over to Twitch, you would get the example of it. But anyway, 60% is probably loud enough over there. It's been a while. Hello. I still hear music, but you're louder now. Nice. Okay, great. Sorry for all the loud ass noises on TikTok. A lot of my issues regarding productivity and how I function stems back to adult making negative. I know, right? Exactly. It's like so much of that is from how we were treated. That's why literally this thing kind of shook me so much when my therapist said it about how I'm a horrible parent to the child inside of me. Because the second she said that, my brain went, I'm just like the adults that were around me when I was a kid, the adults that gave me shit. I'm giving myself that exact same level of shit, which I thought I never would, because I always like look back and I was like, fuck that, fuck them or whatever, right? If you're surprised at how much I swear, hi, I'm French.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing? I'm kind of enjoying, like, don't get me wrong though, like, yeah, I've been a little confused with like things in general, but I've still been having a good time. I've still been taking care of myself. That's a big part of everything, of course. French content is always hard to do on Quinn. It's always hard to do. That was a question on TikTok. Because it's tricky to figure out. But I'm excited with the stuff I've been doing with Quinn. What else? It doesn't help when my parents are undiagnosed. Literally, I went back to Montreal. I wanted to make a video about that too, man. That's how you know I've been out of it. Like, I wanted to make a video about Montreal. I wanted to make a video about building a computer. I've wanted to make videos so much, but my brain's been in this weird imposter syndrome, which actually someone DM'd me and I was like, whoa, that makes so much fucking sense. Someone DM'd me, it has to be so hard to have, because I don't have imposter syndrome like in acting, which is one of the things most people struggle with early on, and I did struggle with it early in my career. But someone on Instagram DM'd me like, I can't imagine how hard it must be to have the imposter syndrome of specifically social media. To have this, to not at all feel like you are giving your true self to the people, like, you know, me saying I wasn't okay in a story not so long ago. But also, yeah, so it's like this confusing thing where you're like, I can't make a video because I'm so not this, and if I feel like an imposter if I pretend to be happy, / I feel like I'm a downer if I share too much of the meh. Anyway, those responses have been so kind and stuff. I feel way better about everything I do, hence why I'm literally streaming and going to try my best to make videos and everything. 2 of my 4 children are diagnosed autistic. Whoa, and I've learned so much. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. That's awesome too if you're like super open to it. So as a small kid, we don't understand why teachers and other adults don't like how we function. Yeah, it's fucking, well, I didn't know it for the longest time too. How old were you when you figured it out, actually, Hannah? How old were you when you figured out you had ADHD? Like early life or adult life? Just curious. You don't have to be specific. Been good. Been spending a lot of time with family and friends. Nice. Y'all, I mean, this is about Annie, but I actually did hire Annie to edit a video officially. Now we're at like the last little step where it's like little corrections here and there. I just haven't been able to do my side of things, but I've been really happy to actually hire Annie to edit a video, and it's going to happen again and again. And it's going to come soon enough on YouTube when I do my side of things. I found that brown noise is amazing for a few minutes. It overwhelms me. Like at the 1 hour mark, I'm not your boss. No. You're a contractor, a independent contractor. I'm not anyone's boss. Jesus, I would hate it. But yeah, brown noise. Wait, is that what I was saying? Brown noise, I can do for 1 hour, but after that, I get like this really weird, insane overstimulation, which actually I find happens with everything. There's also like 145 BPM music is really good to help the ADHD brain focus, but too long of that does the same. Like I will go from having it actually save me and help me so much to overstimulate the fuck out of me. White noise is horrible. Brown noise is the only one I like. Pink has been close, but nowhere near. Brown noise is the best for like ADHD, at least I found for myself. Okay, hold on. Classic example of speaking to my inner child is this morning at work when I was stressed and running around like crazy. I have to pause and be like, doing the absolute best you can. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's really good. Exactly. To be like, to take the second and be kind to yourself. That's kind of what I'm trying to go into as well. Doing okay overall. I think last time you streamed mentioned about how I was going to be a camp counselor. Yes. It's been amazing. Definitely had hard moments. Yeah, it's not always easy, is it? But that's awesome though. Hey, hi. I'm being summoned to play table football. Ooh, nice. I was diagnosed 2 years ago, November 21. Okay, cool. And started looking into it a year before that, so definitely not early in life. Oh, okay. I just had to see a reaction. Aha! So also your authenticity is what forged such an accepting and kind community. I know, like, when I feel iffy about sharing in either direction, like, because that's the funny curse, right? If I'm too happy, I feel shit about sharing because I'm like, don't shove your happy in people's faces. And then if I feel like shit, I don't feel like sharing because I'm like, man, don't make people fucking depressed for your shit. But that's like me being not kind to myself. Like ultimately, and I guess I must have read the right things the past week or so, but like ultimately I lost doing it for me. That's what happened. And because I was doing this pressure, right? I'm making a video, it needs to be for them. If I'm happy, that's not okay for them. If I'm sad, that's not okay for them. But I just lost the whole, just make a video for you, man. That's how it all started. I just made silly ass videos for myself. And I got to keep doing that. Anytime. I don't think I've ever heard of pink noise. Pink noise is like, because they're all frequencies. That's all those different noise are. Diagnosed with ADHD this past year, 28. There you go. Same. I was diagnosed last year at 27. Going through ADHD and autism diagnosis and getting the results on Wednesday. Nice. Don't be nervous. The thing about getting those results, honestly, was amazing. Because once you get the results, you have a name for the thing. You can read up on it. In fact, if you do get diagnosed with ADHD, I recommend reading ADHD 2.0. I cried while reading that. It was amazing. I felt seen, I felt understood, I understood myself more, and I'm currently reading Your Brain's Not Broken. And this one is also a good start so far. I'm only starting, so I can't like talk so much about it, as in like how much I recommend it, but I'm liking it. But ADHD 2.0, I can guarantee is good. So if you do get diagnosed with either like ADHD, autism, or whatever it is, I think a diagnosis is really good because you finally have a name for a thing and you can look into it. And that helps you understand yourself. Accept yourself, you know? When we're afraid to put a word, I've been telling like whenever someone's talking to me and they're not putting words, like specific words to a thing. I've been like telling a lot of people lately, like no vague. Like don't be vague. You can't be vague. If you're vague, you leave it up to silence. To not say a thing makes it not real in a way, but that's not true. It's very much still there. So you got to give it a name. You got to say what it is, you know? So that's why it's not like, it doesn't have to be scary to get diagnosed with anything. Because now there will be a name. Now there's a thing to target. But if it stays silent, if we don't give it a name, if we don't figure out what it is, then all you have is the pain of it. And you don't get to figure out how to work with it. I think I was somewhere around 30 when diagnosed with ADHD. Been forgiving myself more since. Yes. Definitely want to see you happy. I want to send out support when you need community behind you. I know. Diagnosed from bed. Well, technically that was not the official diagnosis, but yes, I remember that. Right, tomorrow H between the lines. And overtime a lot, but I'm getting better at detecting when I get into a bad circle. That's really good. Oh, overtime. Overthink. Spelling so bad. Tomorrow, too much. Oh, okay. I read too much between the lines. And overthink a lot. Oh, gotcha. I do the same, actually. I really do. I'm 100% just like that. Do you read any fiction? I'm actually like, if I'm reading story-based, I usually read like scripts, movie scripts or show scripts, series, because that's my work anyway. And I enjoy, like, I really grasp the information that way, because a lot of it is between the lines, ironically, which we talked about for something else. But a lot of it in a script is in between the lines, which is amazing. Whereas like reading fiction as a book, I find too much is said. It feels a little like, at least the ones I've read, I just haven't felt stimulated enough because my brain doesn't have to do any thinking. Like it's just there. All the info's there and I just have to read and I get lost and I just zone out. But with a script, what's been hooking me is that I'm filling the stuff between it. You know, I'm seeing it. There's a lot less details in a script than you think. Let's go to the joint for a bit. Okay, bye. Thanks for hanging out. How do you feel about people with disabilities? Because I have a disability. I have a disability. Like whether it's physical or mental, disabilities are disabilities. And so what? As long as you function. I have ADHD, anxiety, depression. And my sister is like dysphagia, although I think I heard it wasn't a word in English, or it is. But yeah, no, disabilities are nothing like shocking. I feel for everyone that has them because I understand how different it is to function than the neurotypical world around us. I absolutely agree. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and though those things are not easy to hear, it also helped me realize I'm not overreacting. Yes. Almost like, oh, it's not as bad as I'm thinking, or something like along those lines. So do you see the pictures in your head? Yes. Because I think the only reason I like to read fiction is because I make a literal movie. Oh, I see everything in my head. Yeah. 100%. Like I can have such vivid imagination that it hurts at times. Like I can visually imagine losing my arm and feel it and see it. And it's the weirdest fucking thing. Well, it's great because like it's good for acting because a lot of it pulls from imagination. What are you drinking? My coffee in my trusty purple mug. And it's a good thing I'm using it because I made it before stream. It's already been 40 minutes and it's still going to be warm. It's actually still burning. Fuck. I just got obliterated at table football by a 6-year-old. The 6-year-olds, they're savages. Oh, hey, hello. Howdy from Texas. Hi. Not diagnosed with ADHD, but with BPS. Yes. Wait, BPS? I know BPD. And there are so many things so similar. Often learn things because they were suggested to people with ADHD, but helped me too. Nice. What was the book you recommended? The Body Keeps the Score. It's a book about trauma. It's a heavy read. It's a very heavy read. But if you're someone that likes reading about trauma, PTSD, heavily suggest. In fact, I literally unlocked trauma while reading the book. Like things I had locked away came back in a flashback while reading the book. Insane shit. Because I started reading the book. That's like the shock of reading The Body Keeps the Score. I started reading the book and I remember telling my mom when I was starting it, because I told my mom on the phone, I'm reading this book. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. I'm happy to read it because I get to know a little bit more. Like I get to understand a little bit more how your brain, how my sister's brain functions, because I know they've gone through trauma. And that was, I was like, I love reading it for this. Literally halfway through, I go, wait, I have lots of trauma. So it was a really, really good read. Are you interested in stage acting? I act on anything. I do stage, camera, like movies, series. I started with stage. I studied theater for 2 years. I just focused on camera work because it's like easier to maintain. Because you're not so much like theater is a big time commitment. Like you have to rehearse for a long time and stuff. And but I still love it. Like if I get cast in a play, I'll fucking go for it. You know. We should do MFM audios or plus size body appreciation. The reason I don't do specific like for the plus size body appreciation thing, it's because it's meant to be for everyone. The same way I don't do plus size body appreciation, I've never said, oh, wow, you are so tiny in an audio, right? Like it's the audio to me. I know there's a certain like good feeling about something being done specific, right? That you're like, whoa, yes, this is me. But in order to make the best audio that you can always like sit down and listen to for everyone, it's the audio where you can see yourself fully. The more specific I get, the higher the chances of me saying something you're absolutely not. Wow, I really like your brown, blue, green, orange eyes. like it gets a little tricky. So that's why I don't do specifics unless necessary. And it's not at all like, that's the thing. If it's not specific, it doesn't mean it's not about that. That's the whole point. It's so you can put yourself in it. I always feel like it's drawing attention to my body size rather than appreciating it. Yeah. Come home to the kids. Come home, the kids miss you. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm good. I'm doing all right. Yeah. When's the Travis Scott Fortnite skin coming back? I would not have a clue. Wrote BPD. Oh, sorry. You have to ask my smartphone why it auto-corrected. Ironically, though, my dad has BPD, and for a long time in my life, I thought I had it. And because it's so similar to ADHD, just like you said, turns out later on, we found out I didn't have BPD. Thank fucking God. Not that... Wait. I'm not saying that, like, as in, it's not about you. I have to explain, this is about how I've seen my dad in my life, right? My dad wasn't around. So, like... When I say I'm happy not to have had it, it's because it made me not be him. I'm not saying anything against anyone with BPD. And I'm fine with my dad now. I feel like this is just like a spiral that I'm just gonna tumble down. Hello, it's been a while. Yes, hi. How are you? Waking the Tiger is in my to be read pile. And it's definitely probably the next. Oh, well, Annie, you're the one that got it. Aren't you? You are, right? It's there. It's actually the next two books are probably the trauma books, but I have to finish. Your brain's not broken. You're fine. We love you. Yay. Promise. Wait. I recommend the book Dirty Laundry. Why adults with ADHD are so ashamed. Whoa. I might look that up. Dirty Laundry. Okay. I feel like, well, okay. It's going to be tricky to look up, but I will. Don't answer if it's too personal. Don't worry. Was your previous diagnosis that you used to mention in early TikTok lives, used to say you had to overcome it? Like I used to mention, oh, it was BPD. Actually, that was the one I used to mention. And that was exactly that. I did a lot of work on it. Oh, I answered your question without seeing it. Yeah. That was the wrong one. And I've been in therapy for a year now. And my therapist, because now I've had two, because my first therapist went private and left. But both therapists have confirmed that I don't have BPD. Because every time I've been like, oh, and you know, there was a chance of that at some point, and they're like, you are walking ADHD. That is it. That is right there. They can't like do the diagnosing because they're therapists, but they're just confirming because I have my diagnostic by a professional. But anyway, yeah, they've confirmed that it was never BPD because they're like, this very obvious what it is. It was from you. Yeah, I know. 2 years ago, I'm really slow at reading. I'm not buying any new books. The bookshelf has remained the same this whole time. So working in Croatia on those sailboats. Oh my God. Are you? That's so sick. Yes. That's so sick because I remember you just started. Oh man, I'm excited. I guess that's kind of, I know some of you have changed like names on here or slash maybe I've forgotten, not forgotten because I haven't forgotten clearly the names that are there. But I love that even after so long of not streaming, we can come back and I can be like, you're still doing this or you're still there or I remember when you went there. That's, I guess, one of the good sides of ADHD, retaining information that has nothing to do with my daily life, and yet I get to like use it again. How are you? I'm doing all right. You're fine. We love you. Yeah. Hello from Scotland. Hi. Such a good book. Definitely worth reading. Nice. Absolutely adore your energy. Thanks. I'm very chaotic as a person. These lives are kind of good in that sense. They help me not have the illusion that I am someone that is always at peace. I mean, I'm very much at peace a lot too. It's like, I guess it's a really weird duality. I am both chaos and peace. I like that. I feel like I could get that as a tattoo, actually. Damn. Learned so much, it's crazy. Nice. Yeah, that has to be amazing. I went live with just the idea that we'd be kind of catching up. So this is a good old just chatting stream. If we want to do something at some point, we can say that. I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee though. I haven't been drinking it literally just because I was fidgeting with that. I need to come up with a whole new career, and I don't know what it's going to be yet, and that's great. Like that's kind of exciting because I find every single step along the way when I lost something completely, yeah, it's a shock. Like I don't know if you lost it or if you let it go. Either way, there's definitely the shock of it. But then I've always seen it as this sign from like the universe saying, look, I took away the thing you weren't supposed to keep doing. Like you've done it enough. Go do something else. Go do something new. Go adventure more. I want coffee. Should I? Yes. No. Annie, it's like the middle of the night. Unless you have decaf. That's okay. Does your girlfriend care about the audio stories you do? She's been in some of them. So no. She's very excited about them. She's like my test subject a lot. Ironically, she doesn't get to hear a lot of my audios. Like barely hears them. But I always run by her when I'm going to record. And if she goes like, then I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be a good one. Notice there's a second chat box on your screen. Yes, this is TikTok and this is Twitch. And if you're on TikTok, this is just a Twitch chat and TikTok chat is on TikTok. What's the plant on the table? There's two actually. So one is orchids that I got Reina because they're her favorite flower. I don't know if they're alive. I think they are. And then behind it is actually mummified roses. She got me roses for our 6-month anniversary, like 2 months ago. And Lisa, a good friend that some people here know, told me how to mummify roses because as they start wilting, you add like citrus, like lime or citrus juice to the water, and they mummify and they just stay intact forever. So, like my roses are just like this forever, never falling, not losing petals, nothing. It's sick. And now I don't need water or anything. Like it's just mummified. That was a really cool thing. So if you get roses ever and they're like chopped, near the time where it starts dying, like where it starts kind of, you start adding any type of citrusy, like juice, so like lime or citrus, to the water. I say it doesn't fall. If I smack the plant, everything will come off it. And then the plants are like, as you can see, there's an empty pot there. If you can see on Twitch, it is a massive pot for Michael. He's gonna get repotted in a big fucking pot, and then Minnie needs to go in the big pot that Michael is in because it's massive as fuck. That's a lot of work I have to do. Then don't smack the plant. I will not smack the plant. Absolutely trying that. Yeah, if you get roses, that's like the coolest thing to do with them. Okay. Time zones are so weird. Yeah. Does your girlfriend listen to other creators? She doesn't have Quinn. Like she did for a bit. She did the trial for a bit. But honestly, she has me. I don't know if this is like, I don't know. I don't know if it's sharing personal stuff enough or too much or whatever, right? But like that's how she sees it. You know, like where there's no jealousy is because she goes like, yeah, everyone's listening to you. I have you right here. So great. I understand why they do type thing. She's got the Quinn in real life. Yeah. She gets, you know, I test whatever I want to come up with for an audio on her, whether it's mentioning it or the testing of it. So I don't know if it's dust or if something is starting to, like some kind of rust is starting to eat my mic stand. Thank you for being Quinn Creator and helping you with your confidence. Hell yeah. I'm honestly so happy with everything I've done with Quinn. There's been a fair bit of challenges the past little bit, and I have nothing to say on it. I just like that I'm someone who can do healthy. I'm very happy with what I do. That's all I care about, honestly. So jealous of her? Don't be, though, because it shouldn't be a jealousy thing. I'm also not such a catch. Like, think about the fact that you listen to great audios. you know, a great audio is definitely a highlight. She has to deal with my insane shit all the time, which is, she doesn't see it as insane, but my ADHD is a pain in the ass. We've gone, don't get me wrong, we've had some rough times. And we continue to do so because it's normal. Like, it happens. And I'm a full human with a whole bunch of messy things, and she's a full human with a whole bunch of messy things, and we're both messy together and amazing together. And that's kind of what's cool. Hi, Mai! But yeah, there's nothing to be jealous of as well. I don't know. Okay. Oh my God. I'm somewhat good at keeping up with chats. Both chats. And I never mean to make anyone jealous by sharing. Like, I'm definitely scared at times when I share about her or me and her. Everyone missed out on the joke yesterday. And everyone was just like, I posted, like, the last story I posted last night was definitely a joke. And everyone missed out on it. And instead they were like, it was taken as if I was just like, haha, here's her. But I wasn't. Although, whatever. But yeah. Good. Someone caught on. Nice. Where people have to work together to navigate each other's flaws. Yes. And I think it's really good too. Like, Raina and I are super communicative. So yes, we have our struggles, but we also have discussions about it right after. Not offended by your relationship? Yeah, I know. I've also been reading, like, because whenever I feel afraid to share these things and whatnot, well, one, I have conversations about it in real life, which is great. But there's also, like, I don't know if any one of you are on these Reddits, but there's 2 subreddits that talk about the audio world and the audio people. And I read them. Well, okay, I don't read everything on them, but I'm definitely aware of anything that mentions me or the people I know. So if you're on any of these Reddits, just know I've probably seen what you wrote, unless you wrote it this week. Sounds like a really good relationship. We try, because that's my approach to it. Is like, I'm definitely not going into anything half-assed. Do you know any other Quinn creators personally? Zach and I knew each other before Quinn, so technically yes. And then I've had like conversations with others, like on socials and stuff. Like, everybody else has been conversations, but Zach and I were buddies way before we got on Quinn. And some people here will remember because we used to stream together. We probably will again. Never half-ass anything. Always use your full ass. Exactly. You got two cheeks. You know, that's a lot of ass to put in it. I should shut up. That's how I get banned. Thought I missed it, but then I remembered time zones. Yeah, hi Tiwi. Didn't Zach just get a mullet? I know. What a fucking crazy guy. I never would. I had a mullet when I was a kid and I hated it because I had a mullet when it was like shameful. Like, I don't know if it was the same everywhere, but in Quebec, there was a whole part of the late 90s that parents were just fucking giving mullets to all their kids. I had a rat tail for a bit too. FBI person, you just got back to streaming. Cut him! Oh, cut him some slack. I thought you were saying like cut him. Obviously, you don't have to say anything. But do you know anything doing? So that's what I just talked about, where I said I do not have any specific information, and I have no say on any of that. All I know is that I do my part, and I like to be someone that brings in only good things. But I have absolutely nothing to say about any of the rest. Best place to visit in Quebec? Go to Montreal. We just went to, oh my God, it was so good. Going back in Montreal during the summer was the best part because, like, I guess every other time I went back to Montreal, I went in the fall. When did I go to Montreal? I think I went in the fall and I went in the, was this spring? I don't remember. I went back like twice, right? Before this new trip that we just did. And both times it was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm just back in Montreal. But this time, being back in Montreal during like the good summer life of Montreal, and Chris came down from Quebec to Montreal to hang out for that weekend too. We had such a good time. Like, it was so fun to finally see like the life again. Because summer in Montreal is hard to beat. Was the first time mom met Reina? Yeah, my whole family got to meet her for the first time. I mean, we'd done like some video calls, and my grandma, when she came, did meet Reina. But yeah, the rest of the family got to meet her. Apropos time zones, I should get some sleep. Yeah, go to bed. If it's late for you, go to bed. Have you ever been to Europe? No. Am I about to? Yes. There's going to be a fair bit of traveling in the next little bit. Hence why I say don't resub. Because I don't know that I'll be able to come back to stable streams. Yeah, was coming. I don't know that I'll be able to come back to that I will, or when I will be able to come back to stable streams. We're in Europe. My partner and I really want to travel quite a bit. Did my grandma enjoy her time in Van? Yeah. I honestly, like, I know my grandma's story, but we talked about it more for Reina to kind of discover her. And my grandma's life could be a movie and it would make you cry, like as a beautiful tearjerker type of movie. The more we were talking about it, are you in Geneva? There's Wi-Fi all over Europe. Our first trip though is not Europe. And when I say our first trip, I mean like we're currently aiming for October. I hate that I'm saying it out loud because it makes it even more real. But hold on. What vegan restaurant would you recommend in Montreal? Go to Lolo Rosa. That was like the one place when we went back. I was like, Lolo Rosa used to be my favorite before I moved away from Montreal. Sadly, the one that because they have multiple restaurants, they have like 3. The one that I loved the most shut down during COVID. But there's one like downtown in Place des Arts. And that was my one unconditional, we're going to eat there. And we went and the food was just as good as I remembered. Oh, Lola Rosa in Montreal. Oh my God. Wait, yeah, I was saying something. Come on, you don't know where I am? I don't know. I don't try to know where people are. I don't, like, some people I know. Now I'll remember that is that. To come to Sweden. I know. Gonna miss you when I visit Van. And oh wait, yeah, that's true. Well, it depends because it's not like we're leaving on the first. We talked about this too. Wait, let me see again what date you said you're coming. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Duh. Sorry, y'all. I have to read a message to keep track. Oh fuck! It's late. Oh yeah, damn. We are probably gonna miss it. Yeah. Shit. Sorry. I'm not the one that... Honestly, I had to fight for October. She wanted to leave right now. But anyway, there's going to be some traveling. And first it's going to be a little bit of... like... I hate that I'm about to say it because I don't know. It makes it real. I'm afraid. I'm still terrified. That's... So, okay, wait. I got to lower the music to be able to say that. Because it's a lot of thoughts at the same time. That's just me being a little overwhelmed. So I'm gonna pause the music. I literally can't hear my own thoughts. 1 second. What am I trying to say? It's like all there and gone at the same time. Trip. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. So we've been trying to double down. Well, not we've been trying. We will double down and make videos and stuff. Like I want to start making YouTube videos and stuff with Reina. And I hate talking about what I will do. But we're already like planning all the stuff and kind of getting into it. So we're gonna double down on like creating kind of coupley things on YouTube as well. And then part of traveling, literally, like the reason I'm so afraid to say it out loud is because traveling is a fear of mine. Not a fear of travel, like at all. I love traveling. I'm terrified of what it means, like to leave behind my career, to like put it on hold or not be there. There's been this really weird, well, on one side, I grew up broke as shit. So money for trips seems to be like hard for my brain to envision. Like any money I have goes to living always, which ironically you could debate a trip is living. And I think that's actually a really true point. You voted I have to go to Sweden? Nah, don't work that way. Although there will be eventually a like Scandinavian journey for sure. But but yeah, part of that is going to be like videos and stuff. And literally one of the main videos is going to be kind of my fear with travel and how I've always held back. We're not doing van life traveling. No. We're going to stay in different places for a bit. But it'll be like kind of a little traveling adventure, but not like, I'm not making travel vlogs. That's not what I'm saying we're doing. We're going to make videos and travel. We're not making travel vlogs. Fuck that. No one watches that anymore. I mean, there will be travel element to the videos, but it won't be travel vlogs, right? Where in the USA have you visited? I've been to LA. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to like New Hampshire, Vermont, the upstate New York, like the Adirondacks. Yeah, those are some of the places I've been. We're going to Seattle, I think, this summer. Like, I want to ride my motorcycle down to Seattle. I'm literally terrified to ride my motorcycle into America. You want to know why? It's the stupidest fucking thing. Well, I don't know if it's stupid. There's definitely logic to it. But I'm terrified because riding my motorcycle in America, when you're on a bike, ain't no protection around you. And in America, people have guns. Like, that's genuinely one of the reasons I'm scared to ride my motorcycle there. Because at any point, I can get jumped. In Canada, I can get jumped with knife. Like, with a knife, I have a chance. With a gun, I do not. And it's stupid why that scares me. But you're definitely like, because you're at risk of a lot of things on a motorcycle, which I love my motorcycle and kind of motorcycle life and stuff. Yeah, it's been like literally one of the reasons I'm afraid to go to cross the border with my bike is like, at any point I could get jumped, and that scares me. I think I made my point about the videos. I was trying to see if I said everything. Pretty much we're making videos. Completely valid and not at all stupid. Yeah, you have significantly more risk of being ran over in traffic on the bike than shot. Yeah, but that one is a risk I have everywhere. So it's not a risk that scares me about crossing a border. That's a risk I'm aware of on everyday life. Like, as part of my, every time I ride, I'm on high alert, everything. Like, but that's part of the stuff I'm in control of, in a way. Like, I do everything on my side of the control of it. Yes, it could happen every single time. In fact, the odds of me dying are like 80% higher than any person in a car every time I hop on the road. I'm pretty sure 80% is the actual stat. But I'm in England, so I do not have a point of reference at all. It's not stupid because that was my fear. Yeah, like genuinely, that's like my fear. Like, to get jumped while I'm on the bike.
Hi. Hi.
A lot of people worry about traveling to the States. Yeah, also that. But we're not traveling to the States. I mean, we're going to go to Seattle for like a day to get ice cream. Yeah, riding is fucking sick. Ugh. I got like this intercom system for both our helmets. Of course, mine came broken. It's been a fucking nightmare. I have to send it back, but it's already costing me more money than it should have, and I'm mad, and I've been like, in a way, holding it back because I'm angry at the fact that I'm gonna have to spend more to get the thing I already paid for. But anyway, when it works, it's gonna be even sicker because I'll be able to have a conversation with Reina while we're riding. Because now it's usually at a red light. I'm like, so what do you think of like that? You having a good time? That's kind of what it is at red lights. But with the intercom, at least it'll be communication. When I finally get a working one. Tech is never your friend, which is quite ironic. I know, right? But it's a good thing. I love it. I love tech enough to like figure out how to work with it. Like, deep down, part of me wants to fix it. It's just, it's such a rare issue, I guess, that there's nothing on the internet for what I'm actively experiencing. That's the customer support shit I was dealing with. Yes, they were a pain in my ass. Well, here, let me ask everyone here, right? What's your thought? I wrote the Chicago comment before you started talking about the violence. Oh, don't worry about it. I still want to check out Chicago one day. I want to check out New York. I want to check out a lot of America. Eventually, for sure. Yeah, okay. What's everyone's thoughts on this? Because this pisses me off the most, right? I pay for this thing, the product. It's 2 intercom systems. It's a high quality company, high quality product. Of course, mine came broken. I pay for the thing. First of all, the website doesn't mention anything about how they won't cover duties, right? Because some companies do and some don't, but usually the ones that don't fucking say it somewhere. But there was no mention of that at the time of purchase. and I bought from America. So anyway, it does the shipping, blah, 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 which takes forever. And then I end up having to pay duties and like a whole last $100 on top of what I paid, which was like pretty much the equivalent of 20 to 25% of the actual product price, which was stupid to me. But anyway, I was mad about that, but I pay it. Then I get a broken product. And I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding? Like, I install everything, I do it all, and then it just doesn't work. I reach out to their customer support. They will reply with one single email a day. And at midnight, I guess like maybe their customer service is like in a different time zone, but at midnight, I'll get my reply of the day. And that's it. So it took like days and days and days to finally come to the conclusion that my unit was just broken and that I could use the warranty to get a brand new one. Great. And then they say, cool. So for the next step, you have to send us a shipping information with a tracking number. And then I'm like, and are you saying I have to pay that out of my own pocket? And they're saying yes. So that's where I'm like, this makes no sense to me. I paid for a product and you shipped it to me broken. How is it that I have to pay more money in order to get the working product I paid for? Like, just the shipping thing. It's stupid as shit. But the fact that I have to pay for shipping to finally get the product I should have had in the first place is like so insulting to me. And I've had like with my merch, right? My merch is actually technically my own store. Like everything that you've dealt with merch goes through me. And I've had some issues at some point, like an order got lost at some point, but the person paid for it. You know what? All I did was instantly take their order and resend it in, and I paid for the extra order. Like, to me, it makes no sense that someone should pay more for anything. Like, you paid for a service, you're supposed to get it. You're supposed to get what you paid for. So I just, out of my own pocket, I was like, well, here's an order, you know? And they eventually got it, and they were happy with it. But no, you can't claim back the cost at all. Like, that's what pisses me off the most. So I haven't resent it back because I'm like, because not only, it's not just paying for shipping, you have to pay extra for goddamn tracking numbers and shit. I have to full on pay. And I've been going back and forth with them like multiple times going, this makes no sense to me how as a company, this is the way you do business. Like that's stupid, right? White scuff marks on the back of his helmet from when his intercom stopped working. And every time I needed his attention was to bonk the front of, no, that's horrible. Everybody that streams from his bike. Oh shit. Streams from the bike? That's nuts. Oh, my pronouns are back. Yay! They just weren't there for a long time. What the fuck? They just showed up again. You should know. Yeah, you should not have to pay more. I know, it pisses me off so much. Absolutely stupid. That's not customer service. And I ended up on the phone with them at some point too. And the phone person was a different person, obviously. But that person was the rudest fucking person ever. So I was just angrier on top of the angry I was. And I'm so respectful. Like, I'm a petty fucking bitch. But I am respectful in interactions. I get petty right after. Like, I wrote a review for this company and oh boy, did I fucking wreck them in the review. You know, and so what? That just means someone else looking at the reviews might see that. But I was like, oh, you are pulling the petty out of me? I will show you how petty I can be. Sebi rhymes with fucking petty. Does it? I don't know. To me, it does. Ebby petty, right? Anyway, customer care person says sometimes people have to pay first, but they should be given the shipping back. But they're clearly saying it to me. Like, they've confirmed to me that they will ship back the product to me for free, right? Their shipping of it to me will be free. But me sending that one back, I have to pay for, which pisses me off so much. And I should probably look in the legality of that with Canadian law. I feel like maybe there's a protection there. Purposely put the rude ones on customer service so people would avoid making complaints. Maybe that would actually make sense. You didn't go, don't you know who I am? Nah, because they wouldn't know who I am. Companies no longer offer true customer service. They just want you to buy their stuff, and if it's broken, yeah, exactly. I was like, bro, I paid for this shit. Should refund the shipping cost? Yeah, they won't. Anyone with brains afraid of being shot here? Yes. Demand that they send you a working product first, then you'll send yours back. That'd be an interesting thing. Actually, I'm gonna write down to look up Canadian law about this. Where's my pen? I'm gonna write a little note so I remember, because I knew I wanted to, but I forgot. because Canadian law is actually really good at protecting customers. Look up, like what? Like, okay, sorry. I wonder if they protect that. Does your family, friends know that you're on, Quinn? Yes, everyone does. I think my uncles don't know, I guess. My grandma does. My mom does. Neither of them were surprised. Not even like shocked. Just like neither of them were surprised. They were just like, yeah, that checks out. Which is really weird. So my mom and my grandma do know. My uncles, I think, just never got details. / they're not asking. They just know I'm good. Which is reassuring. Who else knows? Like my friends know. Everyone in real life that asks me what I do, I will tell. Yeah. I usually will like, I'll lead the way with like, hey, like you don't have to know. Like and when they ask, I'm like, well, you know, it's a little out there. So like, if you don't want to be uncomfy, I don't have to tell you. Don't worry about it. And then I say it and they're like, holy shit, that's kind of cool. Like everyone's been excited. I haven't met a single person that's gone, what the fuck? Like everyone's been just like, yo, that's nuts. I worked for a company where you organize some sort of compensation, especially if it's broken, but that's because it falls under. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if there's a consumer guarantee like for Canada as well. Simply bad customer care. I might have been rude to one customer today as well, but they were being rude first. Yeah, I don't show up rude. I get rude after. That's my trick. Show up kind, show up with kindness. Give the best experience, well, best, the most respectful experience, you know, where we're both in the same team until they prove to me that we're not. And then I didn't go like, fuck you. I was like, okay, thank you. And then the fucking rude person goes, thank you, have a good day. I was like, oh, you fuck. Where you said you told your mom I had welcome to do second my birthday for weeks. Yeah. Yeah, my family's not shocked or anything. That's kind of cool. I'm happy with it. Honestly, this is a life I never thought I would have, which I'm very happy about. And that's the thing that's kind of cool with traveling. If I go back to the fact that Reina and I are going to travel, I'm part of our travel plans is taking into account that I need silence enough to record, that I need to be able to carry gear to record. Because I'm not like dropping what I'm doing. I'll try to keep up with TikTok. I'll try to keep up with my audios. I'll try to keep up with, well, not just keep up. I'll try to actually do more YouTube as well. Can't believe how rude my clients can be. Oh, most people are fucking rude all the time. Oh, they're literally on vacation. Yeah, people vacationing on sailboats. I can't imagine them being nice. That freaking TikTok. Oh wait, I read that. Love your audios. Thanks. I'm glad you like them. I really like what I'm doing, honestly. Ever since I reached the million, I gotta say I've always been afraid to like lose Quinn. In the same way I'm afraid to lose everything. Like I'm afraid that this stops anytime. I'm afraid that my TikTok account fucking crashes or some shit, right? But when I finally reached the million listens, that's when it was more like almost like a breath. Like it was like, right, I reached 1 million listens. Like not many people have done that on Quinn. I think I'm like, I actually have stats. I'm not gonna share the stats for everybody. I'm just trying to see how many of us have 1 million listens. Like over 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's literally 7 of us who've had 1 million listens and up. So that felt good. Like that was finally a breath. You know, I was like, oh, cool. Maybe they won't get rid of me yet. There's still always a chance. Best reply I've had to a customer. Do I sound like a freaking Kenneth? No. Then why the fuck are you yelling at me? Why it's clearly not me you've been talking to before. Damn. Let's go. There's amazing small gear by now. Wait, there is amazing small gear by now. No need for your setup. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not taking this whole thing with me. I'm gonna minimize everything. But that's why the streams are the one thing I don't know if I can keep up. Everything else I'll kind of be able to. I'll be able to stream on TikTok from a phone, depending on the internet connection. But like go live. But yeah, the everything else, the audio setup my buddy uses fits in the palm of his hand. It's pro stuff. Nice. That's an amazing achievement. Yeah, I was really. Does only one have 2 mil? No, actually, there's a few. There's I think there's 3 at 2 mil. Let me see again. I'm not like naming stats for anyone. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 3. There's a top 3 over 2 million and top 7 over 1 million. That feels good. I've been on Quinn a little over a year. Top 7 amount of listens. I'll take it. I must be doing something right. Cool. Yeah, I read everything. Coffee. Drink your fucking coffee, Seb. I'm still not done. I gotta say, like, I'm always so happy to read. What was it? My audio last week, like the ramble. I'm always so happy to read the healthy comments. Like, well, I mean, no comment has been unhealthy. The comments that are talking about, like, just the things they've learned or the things that have kind of gone better, or the self-discoveries people do. Insta 360 is a nice touch when traveling. Yes, it is. I've had this for a year. I made my motorcycle video, like, technically there's a long ass motorcycle recording on there. I was riding with Reina, and I have one section of it that's hilarious because we got on a faster speed section, and I decided to gun it, and it was like on my handlebars, and the stick, like the little thing, because you could pretty much move it like up and down. Literally, the fucking camera goes. Smacks on my head because of the speed. Like it got picked up in the wind. No matter how hard I screwed the fucking thing, it still did that. They stream all writing, but I don't know how. But then again, I need my helmet system to work first, because that will connect to my phone, and that'll be good. You're telling me people live stream with a 360? No, they don't. They live stream just with their phone, right? Well, I did one live stream while I was on my bike, but that was back when I also didn't have any system. Like, people could barely hear me talk. Yes, black coffee, by the way, Abby. Was it last week's Rambo you mentioned, Demi? Yes. Oh my God. Actually, I wanted to make a story about that so much. It shouldn't have been a tag. The audio is not about being Demi. There's just a slight mention of my being Demi. And I was actually like, what not threw me off. What I was afraid is like, I hope the people that say, whoa, am I Demi type thing, I hope they go and search it for themselves, because one, I still question my own Deminess all the time, but it makes sense every single time, and I feel like that's literally part of being Demi, to question it, because it's kind of how being Demi is. But I didn't want to be like, now people are kind of, well, not diagnosing themselves. It's not a diagnostic. But, you know, like a lot of people were like, whoa, I'm Demi. And I'm like, I didn't want to say that. I just described what it was for me. Fuck. So I got so nervous from that. When I saw that it was a tag on it, I was like, no, I didn't add that tag. Every other tag, yes. That one was extra. Anyway, but if you related to that part, the Demi part, please, by all means, look into it, because I did, in fact, felt a little more understood when I myself looked into it. He streams with a GoPro and phone together. Nice. Chat comes back via TTS. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice to hear a bit of representation. Yeah. I mean, like, in the same way, that's literally why I've been also open about my being in a monogamic. Hello? But I'm I don't know words. I don't know why it doesn't. Monogamous. Thank you. Why the fuck couldn't I come up with that? That's one of the reasons I share so openly that I'm just in a monogamous relationship, because that's also, I feel, underrepresented. A lot of the audios are either by like people that are single or people that are in like poly situations, open situations, because of course that's the world it's kind of in. And so I made it a point to kind of not hide my being monogamous, because maybe someone relates to that, you know, or maybe someone likes seeing like, yeah, there you go. I'm not, because I find like, and I felt that, you know, when everything else is by poly or open people, I've found that, well, am I the one then that's broken for liking monogamy? Because I do. Like, I'm very much monogamous by choice, but also by likeness. By like, I want that, you know? Like, this is where I feel the most truly connected. I can't do poly or open. So yeah, because I felt like I couldn't relate to that in a way too, you know, because it made me feel a little inadequate, I guess. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I actually saw your first one too. You were dancing. Nice. I saw your first one, but I forgot to reply out loud. It's nice to hear a bit of Does stream. Oh, I read that. Should I get Twitch? I mean, Twitch is a website. You don't have to get Twitch. You just go on Twitch. It's like YouTube, but for live streams. Apparently, Twitch is gonna step it up and have like a little Discover feed, like TikTok. I feel like it's gonna be just clips, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. We'll see. I thought it was an app. I mean, they have an app, but literally the app is the last thing I would suggest for Twitch. Sorry if you're using the app. It's hella delayed. Just so you know, if you're using the app, you're seeing this probably 5 seconds after everybody else. That's just the way the app works. The website's better. Haven't seen you in a while. I know I haven't been doing anything in a while. Twitch app is a nightmare. Yeah, it is. The only use I have for the Twitch app is when my whole shit crashes and then I go to my phone to like hop on chat and be like, my computer crashed. Although it shouldn't happen anymore because this thing is a beast now. I am currently using 0.1% of my CPU. It's a little strong. I'm streaming right now to 2 platforms. Yeah. I feel like maybe, okay, wait. Let me look at my actual performance, right? If I open this, I'll be able to see, okay, I'm actually using 2% CPU. And to be fair, it's because 22% of the load is on my GPU. But still, my GPU is 22% use. It used to be, I had my fucking CPU at like 90% and my GPU like almost up there too. So now it's like a good beast. And it's not a monster. Like, I didn't go overkill whatsoever. I just went new generation. If anyone knows anything about building computers, like it's an AM5 build. That way I'm just good to upgrade in the future instead of like having to fully upgrade every piece like I just did technically. Yeah, I just upgraded kind of to be ready, but this was like mid-budget build. Like, not cheap, but not expensive whatsoever, because goddamn, there's expensive out there. And I technically, because of the whole Theseus boat thing, I technically have a whole ass computer available. I've changed almost every part except the hard drives. So if I buy an extra hard drive and an extra case, I could build my other computer and have a second computer. And I would if Reina cared about computer, but she doesn't give a shit. She's happy with her laptop. She's actually like, that's the funniest thing. I'm like the techiest nerd, right? Like nerdiest tech fucking nerd. And she gets like impressed by me using shortcuts where I'm like, you know, you could just press this button here, right? And then she's like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God. Would it be worth it to sell a pre-made PC? Like my build? I wouldn't sell it. I considered sending it back to Montreal to give it to my sister because, you know, my sister's got a shit computer and she likes playing Genshin. But I don't have a case. I don't have hard drive, and I don't want to build a computer here and ship it across the country with the potential of it breaking on the way there. So I'm like, hi Portia. New PC is such a happy feeling. Oh yeah, literally editing and exporting has been like so chill. I love life after I upgraded. Nice. AM5 is smart. Yeah, I pretty much, because I was like, I either went the highest quality for AM4 build, or I went like pretty much mid-entry for AM5. And that AM5 allowed me that in 2 years, 3 years, when I want to upgrade, I'll be able to do it without having to change the whole motherboard system. I love when I know nothing and people tell me stuff. Nice. Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, it's fun. That's fair. Nice thought though. Maybe you can get it to her someday. Honestly, I'm eventually probably going to build a computer with it for Reina, because the goal with her getting involved with videos is, do not get me wrong, not me doing all the goddamn work. I've literally told her to hi. I've literally told her to look up like videos about how to edit or how to do YouTube. Like I'm like, you want to get involved with this? You're gonna learn how to get involved with this. I'm not doing fucking double the work for us. Like, but also there's also, I don't know. Now that it's out in the open, there's also hiring Annie for a lot of the potential things. So it's a good time and good funds. It's amazing to see you again. Hell yeah. Hi. I haven't seen you in a while. I need to look into upgrading my computer. Only do it if you need. Honestly, the market's kind of shit. I was so overwhelmed when I was looking for it, but my computer kept crashing at that moment. Like it was really bad. It was at the last stages for what I needed from it, I guess. So that's why I could build a new computer with it. Like new computer. I could build another rig with what I already have. But it would still be not for the load of things that I need to do. Because here, like streaming and editing and all the things I do, like that's a lot on a computer. Especially for, how long did it take you to finish your 1 mil audio? This is actually the one part I guess I didn't say because I never ended up making a video talking about the Montreal trip. I pissed off Raina. I mean, she never admitted that she was pissed because she was like, oh, I'm not allowed to be pissed, you're working. But I literally had to work until the first day of our trip. Like, I worked on the plane and I worked that night and I worked the next morning. Like, the Friday that it dropped, I worked on it until it did drop. It took me days worth of editing. And because I had, the audio is 1 hour and 40 minutes. I had 3 hours and a half of actual audio. It was a fucking long editing thing. I can't believe I did this. I only realized after the fact that I made a literal movie. Like an audio movie. 1 hour and 40 is a goddamn feature film. Like it makes no sense. It's crazy. But yeah, I ended up like literally having to edit on the trip. So I felt a little bad for that. But once I finished, we were having fun. Market's always bad because they always announce a new gen right after one bought something. Yeah, but it's also bad because like when I was upgrading, there was a whole bunch of drama with like 3 of the companies, the main companies. There was like drama with Asus. There was drama with 2 others. My brain already shut it away. I built the computer now. Gone. I hate that I lost a few things because I had to, sadly, in my upgrading, I actually had to lose everything. I'm glad I backed up like my files, like my OBS settings. So that way I didn't have to do that. But a lot of things I did lose and have to reinstall software. And that's why I was tweaking with my levels earlier. Like a lot of the stuff is sadly gone from what it once was. You don't want to game with her? I wish. She doesn't game. What's your screen setup? I got 2 screens. Honestly, it's good that I'm holding back, but like I've been wanting to also upgrade my screens. I need to stop. I need to be stopped. Well, I'm stopping myself. One of yours is named the big screen since I just streamed my ducks on there. Nice. I have like one main monitor in front of my eyes, which is a 27-inch, like 1080p, like basic ass monitor. But 27-inch, I have a 23-inch monitor there. The one where I'm looking, where chat is like right below my camera. But my main monitor is here, so when I game, I'm actually like this, right? And I actually did this fancy thing. I have triple monitor technically, Tony, because my TV is right there. Like if I do my starting soon screen, right? You see where the TV is? I got an HDMI cable that goes all the way from my computer to my TV so that whenever I want to watch shit from the couch, like if I'm watching like a series or something, instead of like doing Chromecast and blah, 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 I literally just do it from my computer on that screen. Just look at the cozy games. They were my initiation in gaming. Oh yeah. Well, I want to, part of all the I have like 1,000 projects with Raina. And I can't do 1,000, right? Like part of my projects was one of them. I definitely wanted her to play like Life is Strange. Like I want to make her play that, but that's like part of the many projects I have. And the project that's about to happen as the most true one is traveling, because I can't really back out of that one. Weewoos, generally a labor of love. Was awesome, thanks. Nice. Aiming for 4th. You should look into cozy. I read that. You don't want to give it. I read that. Okay. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. Setup is the same, but I have my TV to the right. Nice. Get a Stream Deck to play with. It's a great gateway. Steam Deck. Yeah. The Stream Deck I have on my desk, but Steam Deck, yeah. Whole wall of monitors next then. I've wanted like a third one for my actual computer setup, like not just using as a TV. But it's called self-control and logic, and I have to use a little bit more of it. Why is it saying my internet's unstable? Fuck you, TikTok, for being so weird. Sorry. Is your birthday tomorrow? Happy early birthday, Maddie. All the potential sharing your favorite things with your favorite person. Yeah. New PC one. Just play a cute, fun game without it being work like Spyro. Oh, yeah. Me and your internet, same. Are you going to see Barbie? I might go tonight, actually. I know either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going with Reina and her sister. I've been wanting to, too. I want to go see Barbie, and then I'll go see Oppenheimer. Not back to back, but I want to go see both movies. Because it's the first time. I literally have been, like... It's not like I'd advertise it because it kind of sucks. But like here, the main company that owns all the movie theaters in Canada have this monthly membership, which I used to talk shit about until I looked into it. And it's like $10 a month and you get a free movie a month. But they stack. Like if I don't use it, they stack. So I have currently like 7 free movies because I bought that shit in December and there hasn't been one movie worth watching since. So I haven't gone to the movie theater whatsoever. But now there's finally movies to watch. So I'm going to go see Barbie and I'm going to go see Oppenheimer for free. Well, not for free because I guess I paid $10 a month. But that, and also to specify, $10 is less than a normal ticket. So it's still worth it no matter what. But fuck monopolies, you know? Barbie's so good. Yeah, I'm stoked about it. I hate DaVinci Resolve. I tried it and then I went back to Premiere. I just couldn't stick with it. It was actually harder on my machine than Premiere has always been. Like everyone says, Premiere just struggles in comparison to Resolve. And honestly, I've never had as much problem with Premiere as I've had with Resolve. And I do a lot on Premiere. I don't do any like magic, like fucking After Effects stuff, but everything I do, Premiere's been able to do. In fact, well, knock on wood, but it hasn't crashed on me in like years. Finally finished it. Woo, that took a while. I'm like, do I want to snack on something? It's 2:30 for... Have I only been streaming for an hour and a half? It feels like fucking 3 hours. Jesus. Do you get a subscription to listen to others? I don't want to make other creators not feel good about themselves. It was part of my early admission to Quinn. But it's because I was a smart businessman. And I was just like, hey, if I'm going to be on your platform, I should be able to hear all the other work on your platform so that I know if I am under them or over, like, you know, if I'm following the quality of it. But I know of some creators paying for their accounts. So. Yeah, it does feel like it's been longer. Accidentally getting a small crush on Cillian Murphy. Yeah. He's been amazing. Are we boring you enough? No. It's not a boring thing. Streaming is fucking tiring. Some people here have their own streams now, and they know the feeling. Like streaming is, you take all the dopamine and you boost it to the fucking max. And having a lot of one thing crashes. I can tell you that. That's usually why I drink a coffee like right before stream and as I stream, because I need that goddamn boost. Like it is also, especially I find for neurodivergence, I guess, like it's already hard to have this like hyper alert. And Tony, yeah, because Tony mods for a whole bunch of channels. How many channels are you currently like right now modding? Like right this minute? Because you're clearly not just modding me. There's no way. You mod like fucking so many channels. The after stream crash, yes. I am very much ready for when it hits. I will crash. Oh, me. Yay, I'm the only one you end up modding for at 5:30 in the morning. Okay, fine. I guess I'll share a little bit of the traveling stuff because I feel like Tony needs to know. It's not set in stone yet. We're still in the planning projects, right? But pretty much we are currently eyeing a whole bunch of areas and we're kind of doing the little logic of checking where we want to go or how much it would cost to go there. And we're not saying if we don't go to somewhere we won't go because there's more trips in the future for sure. But this trip that's going to start in potentially October or likely October because I'm kind of digging my own grave because she's set. So I will be set as well. I'm just terrified. Anyway, the traveling that we're currently eyeing, and it's not set in stone, like I said, is like Bali, Thailand, Philippines, Australia, New Zealand. Like we're checking at those 5. And like just like a little stay here and there, like for 2-3 weeks. We're kind of eyeing a little bit of a trip there. Yeah. Like learning to drive when you feel exhausted after it? Yeah. After stream crash. Yeah, right, me. I got it, right? Well, I know, Kiwi. I know. You best believe when I know where I'm going, I'm letting the people know where I'll be. Well, okay, not literally where I'll be always, right? But what is this song? God damn. This is like electronic music, and all of a sudden this song. Hey, it's NCS. All right, do not gift this up to Stream Elements because Stream Elements doesn't need it. I won't be live. Do you have any favorite creators? Sorry, I saw the question the first time and I forgot to answer. My brain is weird. I think I answer you in my imagination and I forget to. Favorite creators? I mean, like... Not at the moment, is what I'll say. Like I said, I see everyone kind of evenly. Because it's different. It's not a... I'm not a consumer of Quinn. Because I create on Quinn, right? Like, I find... I consume Quinn to know... Yeah, how everyone's doing. And if I fit within that realm or if I'm like way out of it. But I don't consume it as a... Like having a favorite, you know? I appreciate all the people on Quinn. If you're in my neck of the woods and nothing happens, you'll hear about it. Yeah. That is my dream. Yeah. I heard amazing things about Bali and Vietnam. Yeah. Like I've been looking it up a bunch for sure. That's why we're still in the planning stage. Like we're watching videos, looking up where we'd stay, how much it would be to go, blah, blah, blah. Cause we're not like by any means, you know, I don't know. I'm not some fucking influencer. Like I'd like to think I am, but nah. Ain't no sponsors gonna help me with this trip, you know? So it's a lot of planning. Would you go to France? You bet. Because eventually there will be a European side of tripping. Like, not this current one, the first one. But actually, Reina just got her double citizenship for Canada and Ireland. So she now has Irish citizenship as well. And so we have to go like to Europe and stuff for the fun of it, you know? And she loves like yeah, I want to go check out like London. I want to check out France because it's my language. Like, duh. Does she speak French? Actually, that was really the coolest thing about introducing Reina to my family is she understands French fully. So I could speak French with everyone. She speaks it a little with like a really thick accent, but she fully understands it. So it's great because I can speak with my family and I could tell them like, don't feel uncomfortable to speak to me in French. She actually understands. And like, she understood way more than I thought, which was great. Because like typical expressions and she'd still know what we're saying, which I'd be like, damn, that is some pure Quebecois shit. I can't believe you got that. Are you guys a fan of Toronto? Not really. I've been to Toronto for like a few weekends here and there and it's fine, but I'm not a fan of city. Like I'm in a city here, but there's a lot of green in Vancouver, which is what I like. And same for Montreal. There's a lot of trees, a lot of green. Like, yes, you're in the city, but you also feel not just city. Toronto was like really big and lots of streets. I got a little overwhelmed there. I mean, there's definitely some nice green areas, but yeah, I wouldn't move to Toronto. Like, unless I had to for like a project, like a gig or something. permanent tracker and where he's in the world, right? European tripping. Hey guys, that is amazing. Maybe Chapman on TikTok has traveled to Vietnam and Bali multiple times on a budget, usually too. Nice. I mean, the difference is like, you know, I can't do budget like hostels because I gotta record shit. Okay, why am I playing with the pen? I have a fidget toy for that purpose. But yeah, I can't stay in a hostel. I think it would be really weird for anybody else in the hostel if I had to record an audio. And I probably would get kicked out. You caught me live. Yeah, you did. Apparently. Oh, bad experiences. Yeah, I feel like I've never done like hostels, but I'm definitely like probably wouldn't be a fan of that. So Lily B. Chapman. I'll look up that account. I'll check it out. But yeah, like a whole part of my traveling needs to be like literally, I gotta know how to get internet. I gotta know how to fucking have a quiet room enough, like not be in the center of the busiest, loudest city, and all that. Solo traveled, but never in hostels. Need my space. That's really good. I never solo travel. Well, I just never traveled. That's gonna be my first time. That's why I'm so terrified. And that's kind of my challenge because every part of me is resisting this, but it's only every fear part of me, which should have no power over me. And so I'm taking away the power of it. So many fear parts of me are like, this is the riskiest thing you can do with your life. Cause like, I didn't know stability much. And when I have it, my brain's like, hold on, do not let go of any of that. It's like terrifying. I love travel, but I hate planes. I love planes. Raina doesn't. Like, she actually is one of those suffering people on a plane. And then I suffer because of it. Oh, no. So this is the guy, huh? Yeah. It's a little underwhelming. Or overwhelming, depending on which side you focus on. But I am the guy, I think. Don't stop the rave. Sorry, the song said that. Dreams is packing around the world. But yeah, the whole traveling thing is definitely going to be a challenge. Okay, I think I got 15 more minutes in me, and I think at 3, it'll be time to clock out. 2 hours seems to be what my brain can manage. Oh, that's 20 more minutes. My clock is ahead of time. So at 3, I think I'm dying out. Or maybe 5 minutes. I'm trying to see if I got food. That's usually a good boost, right? 2 hour log after this break. Yeah, it's a lot of reading. I can't believe I kept up with this much. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out. Hi, Amanda. Food is good for the brain. Yeah. I'm just debating what I want to have. I mean, I have obviously ramen noodles, but nah, come on. I'll eat. If I'm ending in 20 minutes, I'll eat in 20 minutes. You know, I can wait that out. That's not too demanding. You're doing great considering you haven't streamed. I know. I'm actually like not fully lost or confused or overwhelmed. Surprisingly, it's been chill, but obviously y'all are a really good crowd to hang out with. So like these streams have never been like uncomfy, which is like a lot of why I still do what I do, I guess, right? A lot of this space has been simultaneously chaotic and yet peaceful and kind and just chill and understanding and open-minded. So it's always been a good vibe. Love your M-Sub audios. No pressure. Just want to let you know. Yeah, I love doing it all. I like switching it up. I like trying everything. So don't you worry. There's no pressure anywhere. I can't even tell you what I'd be doing like next audio. Because it's usually like, what do I feel like this time? And then I hit record. Well, okay, no, there's a fair bit of thinking in between. Thank you for coming. Love to hang out. Heck yeah. It's always like no time has passed. Yeah, right? Good to chat with you again. Okay, bye. Thanks for hanging out. Do you have any advice for someone wanting to get into the audio space? Make it. Record. Like you literally have your phone, right? It's not going to be perfect. There's would you call it a positive shit show? I think so. I think that could be a good name for it. Yeah, if you want to get in the audio space, here's what my tip has been to anyone that's asked, right? Because I get a fair amount of requests. about that. I actually considered making a series though. Like TikTok has a new series function, which, well, it's like a paid thing, but I think I'd set it to $1. Or I don't know if I got early access to this shit, but they like pretty much like, if you know of, what's the name of that fucking thing that everyone has a sponsor of? Starts with S. Whatever. I don't have a sponsor by them, but everyone on YouTube has like that one thing that teaches shit. I'm so specific. I'm only thinking Squarespace, but that's the websites. It's another S thing. Anyway. Yeah, I have the option to like make a series on TikTok and like people can buy access to it and shit. And I like for $1 or whatever. And I think I could make one about making audios, like about an actual in-depth, like Skillshare. There you go. That's the one. Not sponsored, clearly. But anyway, it's like my haha, that's like Skillshare. Like TikTok is doing kind of their own Skillshare, but not just for skill. Like you can just sell any series. Like someone could sell a series of them, I don't know, fucking dancing. But I thought it could be a good place for that. Although I don't know if that would fly with TikTok now that I think about it, because the material itself. Well, I wouldn't make an audio as part of it, but yeah. Skillshare sponsor when? Maybe when I start actually being a serious content creator on other things than TikTok. Skillshare are brilliant. Well, your partner was right for Skillshare. I don't know. I don't know. I think I know Brilliant actually, but I've never tried it or used it. But yeah, anyway, the question was, any tips for someone wanting to get in the audio space? Genuinely, get your phone, record. A lot of people want to get in it by already working in it. There's like, the one thing that made me be able to pick up fast is the fact that I have now 11 years worth of acting. Like my career has been acting for 11 years. And when I joined Quinn, it was a year. It was a year ago. So like I was at 10 years, but I also started on my own before Quinn. I did like, I think 2 months worth of my own stuff on the other website we can't name, which I no longer do, by the way, so don't even look for it. Where am I at? My brain. This is a really nice song and it's kind of overwhelming my brain, but it's nice. Yes, I was making audios for myself, but that's literally my tip is always saying make audios first. 1, discover if you like it. 2, discover if you're good at it, what you like doing about it, how you like going about it, how good you are, right? There's Reddit has a lot of it. Look up GWA. I'm not going to say the words out loud, but GWA should be enough to get you to the right place on Reddit. That's where you can make stuff and post it just out in the open for everyone. That's a great place to learn as well, to listen to others. /Quinn is a great place to listen to others too. And definitely be careful about the stuff you interact with and listen to. The whole point is like, I mean, it's been part of the discussion lately, right? But Quinn is trying to keep the space healthy and safe for everyone. Reddit is a little more Wild West. So, but still, it's one of those places where you have access to knowledge and where you have access to potential creation as well, where you can create and post and get feedback, right? Where am I trying to go with this? Make audios. I made audios for 2 months on my own first. And then someone told me about Quinn. Like an actor friend was like, oh shit, with what you do on the other side, have you ever heard about Quinn? And I was like, no, let me look him up. And then I looked him up and I was like, yo, this is exactly what I do. What the hell? I didn't know others were doing this shit. And then I was like, I got to figure out how to get in touch with them. And then if the person that asked me if I knew any other creator earlier is still here, I already knew Zach. And literally 2 weeks after discovering Quinn, Zach was partnering with them. And then I was like, dude, let me in. Like, give me an email. Just give me the email. I'll get myself in. And literally, I reached out to Quinn going, hey, here's 2 months of my work. Do you want more of that on your platform? That's all it was. My application was, here's what I do. Here's my social media. And here's the work I already did. Like, so there's already a body of work for them to listen to. And it was the easiest accepting of it, because they were like, oh shit, yeah, there you go. You have the stuff. But I think the big point too is I've been a storyteller for a decade. And so my biggest tip to everyone is always just record, because storytelling is not something that's crazy easy. Audios is not something that's crazy easy. I think that's where my advantage comes in the most, because I don't have a deep voice. I don't have that magical deep voice that everybody else has, right? So I think genuinely where I thrived, like what helped me stay in the crowd or stay in the, I don't know, like, yeah, stay in the, I feel like there's an expression and I can't come up with it. A part of that world, or, you know, be able to perform alongside some of the magical voices people is my storytelling skills. I'm not saying I don't have a nice voice. I said I don't have that deep voice, the like deep magical voice, you know? Was that almost Southern? I don't know. I think it was. But yeah, I think the reason that I was able to stick it out was because I have storytelling skills. So all that to say, the trick to get started in audio, record, make your audios. Listen to audios, make audios, come up with what you like doing, come up with how you like doing it, and give it your own touch. Like, find how you like doing your stuff. And then, like, don't buy gear. Like, a phone is a really good recording device. If you want to be, like, extra clean in terms of quality, have blankets around you. I have, like, a stand where I put usually my blue backdrop if I'm doing auditions. Like, I have a whole blue backdrop. And there's a stand that I use for that. And I will literally hang a blanket on that stand and have it against my back while I'm standing, right? Because this is a stand-up desk. But I'll be standing and there's a blanket behind me. There's sound panels on my wall. That's eventually. But in the first steps, if you want just clean audio, just blankets. Surround yourself with blankets. Like, that's it. Surround yourself with blankets. Go in a little blanket fort. Use your phone, record. And record. Yeah, I could try to go back. It was called A Mere Blip in Your Timeline. Hold on. The full name? Oh, yeah. A Mere Blip in Your Timeline by Oblivion, but not typed Oblivion. It's Oblvyn. That's nice. Oblvyn. Oh. Wow. I had to accept my own chat rules. This is my stream. What the fuck, Twitch? I haven't commented in my own chat. A mere blip in your timeline. Oblvyn. Oh, there you go. Nice. I comment so little on my own chat that Twitch was like, hey, you gotta accept the chat rules first, which I came up with. Break us all by making a collab with Zach. Honestly, we talked about a collab when I was in LA, but like, how the fuck do you pull this off? How do you pull off a collab? Like, it's weird. I don't want to record next to Zach. I can tell you that. We have very different ways of doing it. I've even made a typo in timeline. Timeline. I don't know. I can't type for shit. Fabric does so much for better audio. Yeah. You pretty much, you don't want sound to bounce off any hard surfaces. So like, eventually I bought sound panels and everything, but blankets work wonders. Carpets, curtains. Like, I have really large floor to ceiling windows here, and I shut my curtains whenever I record, which is why it's kind of sad to record sometimes, because I have to shut my like blackout curtains and then I don't see the sunlight. I'm gonna drink some water. My throat is giving up a little. Jeez, I'm rusty. Fuck, I feel like I was gonna say something. We talked about the collab. Zach and I, and we came up with something, but it's still tricky. I'm not saying it'll never happen. It would just be something that I have to like plan out, and we have to figure out how we go about collabing. Like, technically, the Halloween thing we made was a collab. Like, back on Halloween, it was like a choose your own adventure thingy, right? With all the different creators. That was a collab. That's how it started. We were all in touch with each other and like going, oh, cool, I'll do this, blah, 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 blah. You could, but then who would listen to it to edit it if you both agreed on the edit and things? Exactly. Yeah. Well, no, the way we thought about it is like, we'd each have our own audio. And we would just come up with how they are connected. Yeah. But collabing in the same audio, no, that would be a little too weird. Not weird, it's just like, it's strange, you know? Like, we all have our different ways of recording. And yeah, I think I would struggle editing someone else. I actually, honestly, like, being a Quinn creator, right? You want to know one of the things I wonder about the most? Who the fuck has to listen to my audios at Quinn? Like someone on the team has to listen to my audios every time I send one in. And I feel bad for them. Because what if it's someone that's not into me? What if it's someone that's not into the shit I make? Like everybody else can choose to listen to it, but there's someone or multiple people in charge of listening to my audios to make sure it's like high quality and it doesn't have anything that they don't want in it. Like I feel bad for whoever it is. Like there is someone's job that is to actively, well, I mean, it's not their only tasks. First of all, they have more tasks. I've only ever had one audio be rejected, and it was not, I didn't have to delete the whole thing. I just cleared out one section. I think I talked about it back in the day, but if anyone remembers the milkshake backyard boy, like audio, like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard that I did. The first iteration of it had a touch of hypnotism, and hypnotism is a gray area in terms of consent. So they were like, hey, this is too gray area. And I fixed it. That's it. So I didn't have to throw away my whole audio. They weren't like, oh, shit sucks. But it was like, let's not be gray. Like, let's be absolutely clear that there is consent in every audio. And I was like, yeah, actually, that's true. Think you'd giggle nonstop? Might be straight up chaos. Oh, yeah. I don't think about, I do think about that based on their IG post. I see. Like, I love how they interact with everyone. Yeah. Their jobs, they probably have a system. And like, honestly, the Quinn team has always been good. So sometimes I'm like worried that they would say something. Like, I've never had anything saying something worthy. And yet every time I'm like, man, like they are really just cool with what I do. Because they don't tell me, they don't like send me, hey, this person listened to this and they enjoyed it, you know? They just go, cool, thanks for the audio. And then it goes up because they listen to it and it's fine. And a lot of people end up happy about it. Huh. Do you have plans? Some really good audios coming up? I only know of the audios I just dropped and they're fucking great. I have one good audio, but it's not for next week. It's like a future plan because I have to space it out with the stuff I just did. I try to like space out with things, variety in between. But yeah. I've never asked if they allow CNC. I personally don't want to do any of that. I think I talked about that in a ramble. I don't know if I did or didn't. But yeah, I'm not personally like, I don't want to play that line at all. And like totally cool for anyone who's into that. Like I understand, and because it's the whole point of it is consenting still. But I don't know if it's a very gray area. So I would never need to ask Quinn for that. I got hired for another immersive acting event. Nice! Hell yeah! You had such a good time the last time. Gonna be a time traveler stuck in the 1960s, trying to recall if she came back to warn this cult or join them. That's so cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's really cool that, oh, it's the same company too? That's sick. Magic Hands this morning, exceptional. Nice. Yeah. That one got bumped a little further in the drop list. And I was like, oh, I hope people still see that it went up. But anyway, I'm happy with what I do. Like I've been, I don't know if I've made the point clear enough, but that's what's good. And that's why I've been able to keep up with Quinn amongst all the things that I kind of had to take a breath of. Is that I'm just happy with the shit I make on Quinn. Like, I've felt this really weird pressure in terms of the videos I would make for TikTok. And I haven't felt like that kind of pressure for Quinn. And that pressure is going away. Like I'm working on it. That's the whole point. I'm finding again myself, like the videos I want to make, the things I want to express, how I want to do them. If you saw my story this week, I just figured out how to use like my kind of wireless little microphone system for my phone, which definitely will make my life a little easier in terms of stress, like in terms of the pressure of making a video for this camera. Because usually talking to my phone is so easy because I mean, I'm good at talking shit in stories, if you've seen. Maybe you didn't see it. Oh, wait, what's the... Yeah, let me go back. Crystal asked a good question. Does it ever get weird knowing that so many of us listen to you? Oh, yeah, I saw it too, and I literally replied in my head again. It doesn't get weird. I think the only place where it can get weird is, oh man, it has been a week for parasocial shit too. Woo-wee! I don't know if all of y'all are aware of what is going on in the parasocial relationship world and people talking about those things. God damn. I think that's the only place where it gets tricky. I personally do not mind whatsoever that anyone is listening and that I know nothing about you, because the way I see it is I create material that I enjoy. That's why I don't do personal stuff. That's why I don't do customs. That's why I don't get involved. Well, first of all, I wouldn't get involved with anyone anyway. I have a partner. But even when I didn't get involved with anyone, right? And I appreciate everyone here. Y'all are really good. But there's been like really healthy boundaries that I've set for myself. Where was I going with that? Yeah. But I guess the only tricky area is where that not boundary, but where that same agreement isn't met on the other side, because it's normal. Not everyone's aware, right? Like I said, I read Reddits. Like there's certain Reddits talking about the audio people, many others being the audio people, and sometimes my name. And there were some mentions that were a little trickier, like, you know, especially when I first announced being with my partner, right? And I think like the stuff I make, you know, and I'm really happy if you like it and if you enjoy it. But the whole point has always been, I just make it and I like it and I hope you enjoy it. Have the best of times with it. I love reading every fucking comment on Quinn from it. But then after that, there's no personal relation at all with a listener, you know? The same way I don't think I would feel like I have a personal relation with any entertainer in that industry that I would enjoy, right? Like, so as long as that's always good, I don't feel any type of weird about it. But yeah, parasocial relationship, weird stuff happened on Twitter this week. Like, I'm forgetting who, and it's not my job to talk about it. It was okay. It's not me. I'm saying like, it was really big famous people. That's why the problem was so intense. Not seen you in a while. Well, hi. I'm actually on for 2 more minutes. 2 or 1? Oh, never mind. It's 3. I'm good to go. I can see how that would happen. Nibblings are kicking off. Oh, have fun. I feel like it's easier that you don't know anything about that. I love it. Yeah, I've said it so many times. I don't even read the names on Quinn. Sometimes I do because they're hilarious, but I like that I don't know who the name is. Like, because my goal is not to break that boundary, is to be like, yeah, I'm so happy that everyone enjoys their stuff, you know? That's it. I make the stuff for people to enjoy. Of course, enjoy it. And I appreciate that you kept that as a boundary for yourself. Yeah. I also wanted to say thank you for your content. It's helped me realize how important it is for me to be with someone with a healthy view. Yeah. It's such a good importance. Like, obviously, a lot of the stuff I share and I make is about that too, you know, me finding those boundaries for myself. Any plans for Safe for Work? Listen, with the ramble I made last week and so many people saying like, this is just like a really good podcast. I don't want to make a podcast because, one, I already had Positive Shit Show podcast, and I don't know that I'm interesting enough to listen to for that long. But it did make me go like, I really like sharing my point of view on things, and I think apparently to some people it's really healthy. That's what I usually treat like these live streams for, right? Like, I get to share some of the shit I'm thinking about. We talk, we chit chat, we touch on subjects, blah, blah, blah. I think that's been enjoyable a lot. That's probably as close as I get to Safe for Work. Like, I do this, I do TikTok. Technically, I do my mental health stuff, and YouTube has like a whole bunch of videos coming and stuff. I feel like it's easier that you don't. I read that. I can totally get that you feel pressure about making the, as you put it, high magic. I know, because it really is magic. I know. First time I listened to your high highs playlist, I just stopped in my tracks crying for an hour because I felt seen. I know, that's why. It's like, the thing is, the pressure isn't there from people. It's there from me. I'm like, if I go right back to the point that I made really, really early in the stream, I am a horrible parent to the child inside myself. And that horrible parent is like, do the magic shit you did always. Because it's like, it worked. Don't ever not do it. And that's horrible. That's toxic and so bad towards myself. So that's where I've had some pressure, but now I'm going to switch it up because I can, and I will, because I'm good at kicking myself in the ass, which is actually one of the good things, at least. Blah, blah, blah. Push, I need to apply for a new job. Wish me luck. You got this, though. And try to break free from a hella toxic workplace. Oh, yeah, you got this. Go for the new job. Have a great adventure. I have a question. How are you so kind-hearted? Oh, that used to be a quote I used to love on this. Like, people here knew it, right? What is it? Like, you'll never know the amount of violence it took to become this kind. No one will ever know the amount of violence it took to become this. Whatever. Yeah, it's pretty much. I had a really, really rough life early on, and I've been working on it this whole time. And so that's I think why I'm kind-hearted, because I've been trying to. Honestly, here's the thing though, I'm too kind-hearted because I've been trying to outweigh it to the extreme, and one extreme is never good. Either direction, extreme is never good. That's why sometimes I feel like shit. Like sometimes I'm like, I hate that this is the extreme. And I try to purposely show you that I'm not perfect and I can be a petty fucking bitch and I have an attitude sometimes. Kindness is still the easiest thing to show. That's like it goes without being said, you know? Kindness is so easy to do. So I use it and I show it everywhere I can because kindness is great. Immediately thought the podcast thing too. Felt really healing. Yeah, I actually felt bad about the ramble because I thought it was too podcasty, but then a lot of people received it well. So I was like, oh, okay, great. Parasocial thing is mind-boggling. I experienced it actually meeting some podcast hosts that I've heard every episode, but they knew zip about me. Yeah, Raina just had that too. She had a video call with someone, a podcast, like someone on a podcast that she really enjoys. And she had that like, whoa, like I listen to this person all the time and there they were. And it's weird, you know, I'm in a weird way, I'm lucky because of acting. I got to meet like celebrities really early on in a way that I didn't get starstruck. So like even that, I learned right away, everyone's a fucking human. No one's as perfect as you think they are. And everyone feels the exact same way you do. Okay. Nobody knows the amount of violence it took to become this gentle, right? Not kind, it's gentle. Haha. Can relate, so that's even more sad. It's okay. Gotta head out, Frayne. It's nice to join the stream. Well, thanks to you for joining. Actually, for everyone. You are the adult you would have been safe with as a child. Well, actually, if you heard the quote I said earlier, potentially not yet, but yes. That's the goal. The goal is to be the adult you would have been safe with as a child. I think that's a really good direction to go. Okay, on that note, I am literally out of breath. And like my throat hurts. I'm gonna have a raspy fucking voice tomorrow probably. I'm all talked out. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna close the TikTok live first because it's always a little tricky. So if you were hanging out on TikTok, thanks a bunch for hanging out. I've got maybe videos coming soon. I'm challenging myself. I'm not making any promises, but I'm challenging myself because I've been dropping the ball a little. But thanks for hanging out on TikTok. I'm gonna say goodbye to you all first, and then I'll be able to say bye to Twitch. So bye TikTok. Why not let me? Fucking hell. Okay. Bye, TikTok. Oh my God. The TikTok software sucks ass. I hate to say it like that, but it does. And then I can exit that. And now, if you are over here on Twitch, thank you so much for hanging out. It was so good to see you all again and hang out and chat and feel just as familiar as before. I'm glad that it didn't feel overwhelming, actually. Like, I'm zero overwhelmed, and I was a little afraid before. But no, feels just like good old, as if we haven't streamed for 2 months? Who said? Didn't feel like it, other than the fact that I can't go longer than 2 hours. But other than that, like, we were still super familiar. So, on that note, I'm done for today. Have yourself a really good rest of your day, evening, night, morning. I'll see you all whenever I see you all, which is not next week or not next week. I don't know, but I'll see you all when I see you. Bye-bye.